surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Let's go. Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan, and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best, teach a system I invest. Never hidden, I ain't scared, ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Hello everybody, welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here, joined by Scarp Skenkel, the dynamic duo, back again to scream into the mic and get all excited and sometimes embarrass ourselves a little bit. I will say that, Scarpy, but you know, we enjoy this game so much that it's difficult to control your emotions at times, and especially considering we're into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, especially in the Hunter tournament, bro. And I couldn't have said it any better. I mean, we've had Christopherson moments, we've had some Dark Sister moments, and yeah, bro, it's been fun. It's been a season, and let's go, bro. I'm super excited. It's yeah, we're reaching our year end, bro, and we've also got yeah, we can talk about that later. But nonetheless, just looking at the bans, right? So Gascom Esports won the coin toss and they chose to take the first pick, putting level 1 into the red corner in this situation. And bans being Joy, Fragrance, Sicilian, and Minotaur. So without further ado, good luck and have fun to both teams as we are going to start the first match in this best of 3 series, who will be going through in the semi-finals to potentially go and face off against Sky Kings.
Yeah, because this is, I would say, the straight knockout, so there's no upper and lower bracket here. And, the Iron Gauntlet will be running the same way, where we're going for the straight knockout style. Personally, right, I love the knockouts. Granted, I understand the joy and the beauty behind upper and lower brackets, but I love a knockout because I mean it's do or die. It's all to play for.
Yeah, bro, and I mean, with regards to the knockouts, man, with that do or die moment, you know, it could be 1 or 2 mistakes that could cost your team the entire segment of going forth in the tournament. And yeah, bro, it's indeed so. I mean, I couldn't have said that in any other way. But looking at the first bans in the draft, Alice and Cece being the first bans, it is your Cece is pretty much that typical first ban, especially in the red corner. I mean, you want to pick up the CC first pick, and if you're not going to have her in your lineup, she's a definite must ban. And looking at the Aemon as well, such an assassin, bro. This is probably the most banned hero I've seen this season, and I'm not even gonna lie about it.
Yeah. Well, we were just talking about dying and not dying, and well, they got rid of 2 heroes that don't seem to die very much. very often they sustain through so much with the Alice CC, and also Gatto you can Xborg you can include into that mix. Amon, as you say, has been very much banned out, though I'm surprised, this being Madagascar, and you know how we always talk about how each region has its own meta. I'm surprised there's been no Camilla ban, because they kind of love picking up Camilla in the Madagascan scene.
Yeah, especially, bro. But just to also add that, I mean, a hero that's been receiving a lot of fame and spotlight, it is definitely the Grok, bro. And Grok, after his revamp, bro, is such a beautiful hero to have in your composition. And then as well as the question being, right, especially we know the meta right now throughout all regions. It is the fighter meta. Could this Ruby potentially be the gold laner for the side of level 1, or will it be a fighter? I mean, Ruby, okay, no, never mind. That would conclude Ruby in the XP lane. But looking at the rest of the drafts, it's Glue, Kimmy, Zushin, and potentially the Clint. No, sir. Sloth is showing us Lancelot and does pick up Lancelot for level 1.
Yeah, so Lance and YSS still open. Picking up the Lance makes it a little bit more challenging to pick up YSS. But the way Gascom Esports are heading right now, it looks like they're going for the double strat. I'm loving Bota and Shiro's picks there. They combine so well with one another. That Kimmy Grok pick is maybe one of the most deadly combos you get. Because it's not even like technically a combo. It's just they work well with one another. Because like a combo, you're thinking, all right, you throw this skill, then I throw that skill, and then it synergizes one with the other. Sort of like Kamala and Vexana. You know, Curse Blood into Eternal Guardian, that sort of thing.
Yeah, indeed so, bro. I mean, just to continue on that mention, right? Grok with the wall, just allowing Kimmy to set up with the traction pulse, bro. That could be so annoying. Ray TZ showing us Hanabi and Xylan with the Freya. My question is, would Freya be a good pick? Oh no, never mind. Ray TZ picks up the Granger Danger. I would honestly not go for Freya in this lineup, especially against the Zushin, and Zushin being so annoying as Xylan does pick up the Ling. What a draft for the side of Gascom Esports at this moment.
Yeah, going the YSS would have been the triple route, which is a bit of a do or die. It's a kind of a glass cannon build. Obviously, towards the latter part of mid game, late game, super dangerous. But the Ling pick coming in here. Ling, not the most popular of assassins right now, but provides the backline dive that was missing from the side of Gascom Esports in terms of their draft. Alan Becker, on the other hand, with that YZ pick, I mean, Yuzong into this lineup, you know he's going to be hard focusing the Kimmy, hard focusing the Granger. That's his real target. And Shoyo, I think that's how you're going to say it, right?
With a Hylos.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's how we pronounce it, right? But anyway, if we mispronounce your name, we're not sorry. No, we're sorry. We don't really mean to do it. Sometimes it's nice if we do a little name check to find out how we're supposed to pronounce certain things. Hylos Sushin, very old school combo.
Yeah, that is an old school combo, bro. I mean, that's a deadly combo itself. I mean, you're going to have that annoyance coming in from the Zushin, and you're going to have that extra mobility coming in from the Hylos with his glorious pathway, right? However, the Yuzong pick for me, it's a very good pick for the side of level 1, especially against the Glue. I mean, the Glue won't be able to get his grab onto the Yuzong, especially if he's got that Black Dragon form. He can just cancel it out. But nonetheless, we are into the first match in this best of 3 series, ladies and gentlemen. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and please tell us in the comments whose draft do you favor a little bit more.
This was actually a difficult game to predict based on the draft, but look at the damage output here with Grok coming in, just getting this whole bunch of poke onto Aiden, who manages to force to use the flicker and to reposition. But oh my goodness, Revitalize coming out here from Hylos just to keep that Zushin up and running and in the mix. And look at this from Slay. Already with the pressure in the jungle, they're going in onto the Lance. He has to use the puncture to escape. Nice play so far coming out from Gascom Esports.
Yeah, bro. It seems like they are trying to set up the pressure onto level one. However, we do see the wall coming in from Grok as well. We do see the flare lantern from Zushin to displace the Grok. However, Grok can sustain a lot of damage early on. But it seems like Bota's plan is to get sets up for Kimi so that Kimi can deal the damage, right? Bro, looking at the gold lane, Granger up against Ruby. This is a difficult matchup, bro. But I'm going to say I'm going to favor Granger in this matchup against Ruby, especially early game. Late game, it's going to be a different situation. You want this Ruby to get the early game rotation and put the pressure onto the lanes.
Ooh, almost first blood here in the bot lane. Yeah, agreed. But there's the engagement here. Oh my goodness! There's the first blood coming through from Rui. I actually thought that the Thorn Rose was gonna finish off the Granger there. What nothing doing. And look at Yuzong. Yuzong placed all the pressure that you need from an XP laner. Went in there, forced the glue back, forced the Ling back. So all that early game pressure that Gascon Esports mounted was countered here by the Yuzong play coming through, uncontested.
100%. Yeah, first Lord going to the side of level one, bro. But yeah, just looking at the back, the wall coming in from Grok and the traction pulse just missing the mark onto the Yuzong. Right, just before the Granger got taken down, that was glue so low, it was Zushin very low. So, I mean, both teams are trying to put pressure on multiple lanes at the different engagements. But yeah, let's look at it. It's just before the 3-minute mark. Gold is fairly even at 1 kill advantage in favor of level one.
Yeah. That counter jungle that came through from Xylan a bit earlier in the game, he used Ling's lightness, that high mobility, to steal some of the farm away from Lancelot, which he's continuing to do. Once again, as you can see, he just keeps on going in for that, what we call the teddy bear. To be honest, Scarpy, I don't know the official name of that creep. We just call it the teddy bear.
Yeah, well, let's call it the rock teddy, bro. It is what it is, bro. It's a green creep. But look at the damage being dealt onto Ruby. Ruby gets taken down by Shiro. What a proper engagement. However, we do see Hylos and Lancelot coming in here as well, trying to get a stamp onto this, but it seems like all the Hylos is in so much danger, but we see the Ling coming in with that. But Great TZ does steal the kill from Ling, and that's a 2-for-0 exchange in favor of Gascon Esports.
Yeah, the fight continuing in the jungle. What a sidestep there from Ray TZ to miss out on, I think, maybe 80% of the damage with that sidestep from the Thorn Rose from coming out from Sloth on the Lance there. What a sidestep. That sort of changed the course of the fight. There's a lot of pressure being placed here. There's a glorious pathway coming out from the Hylos. He lands the stun onto Ling, but he's got the lightness skill, so he gets into the wall, hopping back, doesn't have the blue buff, so I would want to be a bit patient. A rotation coming through from Slay, but he should be able to get back and cover up in terms of his lane. Granger scouting out the mid lane. Leaving Grok to clear that. Is Grok going to just clear it, or maybe just apply a little bit of pressure? No. He's making his movement across here as it's the battle for mid lane control. There's a Thorn Rose coming out a little bit early from Slot there. As Zushin's trying to zone everybody away. Second Turtle is up and being hotly contested. Death Sonata's coming out. Ruby into the front line. There's going to be the Phantom Execution coming out from Lancelot. He secures a kill. The Crimson Lantern is in the mix as well, Ling, with the Tempest of Blade, but he's gonna get melted down. Yuzong into the backline, just forced everybody away. And now Glue trying to do something here, but it looks like it's gonna be a second turtle going the way of level 1.
Yeah, bro. I mean, beautiful plays coming in from Sloth on the Lancelot, putting hard focus onto the Granger, jumping into the back line, and then just taking out the damage dealer. But it seems like no one is setting up for the second turtle of the match, bro. It's yeah, it seems like they're going back to get the congestion and pressure onto the lanes.
Yeah, I think it came down to the fact that Sloth was quite low and opted not to stick around to try and force that. It's not like Lance has all that much sustain. And if we check Lance's build, he's going for I think he's going for the typical build that you get now, the hybrid, the War Axe into the Brute Force build. but hasn't completed the War Axe just yet, so doesn't have that degree of sustain. Oh, Glue with the engagement onto 3, and he manages to get the grab onto Alan Becker here, forcing that Yuzong back. So this is going to create the space that Gascom Esports required to try and take this particular turtle. But they're Glue getting chased down here. Slay trying to escape, but is going to get blown up. Has he caused enough of a distraction? Yes, he has. So, kill for or XP laner for a turtle exchange, I'd say fairly even. Fairly even.
Yeah, well, I mean, it did give them the gold advantage that Gascom Esports wanted at that moment. Look, at 6.5 minutes, it's 2 kills advantage in favor of level 1. However, it is only 700 gold. But looking at the tension, so nearly get taken down by the combination of the Hylos and Zufian with the Lancelot. It is, well, we will be seeing a little bit more discipline coming in from both teams at this moment. Waiting to get items at this moment of time, bro. And it is very difficult. I mean, it's going to come down to team fights that will set the tone in the match. Glorious pathway gets committed from the Hylos. However, the play lands, it gets placed and does get into place. But look at that Titanic charge onto Slot. And Blue gets the kill onto Hylos. Will we get another set onto the Ruby with a grab? It's so close. Kimmy trying to do the damage. Titanic charge and the grab is on to Japanese name, and Blue gets taken down by the Zushin.
Yeah, this I would say is going to be a difference in macro between the two teams. And I would favor the macro coming out from the side of Gascom Esports. Right, Robinson, there's the turnaround here to Alan Becker. The wall is there to seal his fate. 6 feet under as we go. Just to get back to the comment I was making about the macro. If you look at the rotation being done here by the side of Gascom Esports, they decided to go with a 3 or a 4-1 split, or a 1-3-1 split, allowing the jungler to push a lane. And by doing so, they've achieved 2 turrets while there was this big engagement. So level 1, we're putting a lot of pressure here in the mid lane, hoping to try to get the kills in order to snowball. But using this, there's a tectonic charge onto 2. Crimson Lantern comes out. The glorious pathway was committed. Revitalize is there. The grab underneath the turret. So no harm, no foul just yet. As it's time for the Lord. But with this, right, big map control advantage going the way of Gascom Esports.
Yeah, indeed so, bro. We do see the rotation onto the Lancelot. Will Lancelot get caught out here? We do see Blue with the rotation as well. Will he be able to get the grab onto Lance? But look at that. Oh, so much. This Sloth is not slow on his fingers. But Shiro with the Kimi does get and secure the kill onto the Lancelot. This does give Gascom Esports an advantage at the first Lord of the match. But looking at the mid lane, it seems like we're setting up for another team fight. The glorious pathway gets committed just to slow everyone down and allow level 1 to just reset.
Yeah, all of that was set up by that early game decision. There's a tectonic charge knocking up onto 2. Ruby into the back line here. Tries to get the armor fended off, but Kimmy dishing out the damage, forcing everybody away. There's a black dragon form. Catches up to everybody, but the Tempest of Blades in the back line manages to set up. Ruby is still alive. The likeness comes out, but Kimmy, she does drop the damage. Lance is in the mix. Who gets it? Oh my goodness, Island with the retribution stolen. And there's Kimmy like, I don't care about no Thorn Rose. I don't care about the Phantom Execution. Full team wipe, and the Lord. Gascom Esports have taken this first game by the scruff of the neck.
Indeed so. So we will see Gascom Esports taking down that final tier 1 turret. That does give them firm map control at this moment. This Lord won't be able to do much. Ling tried to go for that jungle invade, but not being successful. Hylos and Yuzong just keeping the blue buff safe at this moment. We do still more coming in from the Grok, just trying to annoy the Yuzong. But bro, I mean, this match can still go anyway. It's 10.5 minute mark. It's finally 2 kills advantage in favor of Gascom Esports, but it's almost 82k gold lead in favor of them as well. It's 1.7k.
Yeah. It's that early map control that they managed to establish, even though they lost to the Lord in that particular engagement. I mean, you look at it. You lose the Lord, you get a team wipe, and you secure turrets aplenty. almost taken down the tier 2 turret in the mid lane as well.
Yeah, indeed so, bro. I mean, all glorious pathway gets committed. But the Titanic charge has been committed as well. Kimmy trying to do some damage. Lancelot trying to zone out Great Cheesy, this Granger. But it's a mega kill coming in from the Ling. However, it's a shutdown kill coming in from Ruby. But Brock does get the kill onto Yuzong. It's currently a 2-for-1 exchange. Will we see a continuation here and change it into a 4-1 exchange? Or potentially see a turnaround? We do see the grab onto Floss. But it has been discontinued. But however, Hylos and Glue does fall in a 4-for-2.
Yeah, there's Lance once more into the mix. Lands the puncture onto Ray Teasy, takes him down. They've got a nice build-up of a wave here in the bot lane. The fight is continuing here on the top as the cloud being used by Zushin just to get back into the mix. However, Grok, tectonic charge onto the Ruby here. Ruby's been causing a whole lot of chaos with the amount of control. Nice flicker out here from Bota. Kimmy as well is forced to use the flicker as the Crimson Lantern appeared from Zushin here just to sort of light up the mid lane. And there's Glue once more using the cloud back into the mix here. Glorious Pathway comes out from the Hylos. Ruby trying to reposition. Xylan being engaged upon by the Yuzong, forces out the Black Dragon form. Kimmy still somehow at full health through all of this here, and well, level 1, they seized the opportunity to at least seize a turret. They want to try to even things up in terms of map control.
Yeah, bro, just looking at the build right now, this is the moment of time where you're going having an Jordan Ruby in your face, being able to sustain everything, heal back up. Bro, Gascon Esports would definitely need to focus. Okay, I do say there is the anti-heal, but it doesn't seem like it's doing much against the Ruby at this moment. So, bro, this is really an interesting fight at this moment. But we do see the engagement trying to get jump onto the Zushin, and the Xylan does get kill onto Zushin. Glorious Pathway gets committed. Lancelot is into the back line. However, Granger will be safe as the Granger does get protected by the front line.
Yeah. He will have the opportunity to clear wave and get back out. The zoning being done in here as Lance goes in with the Phantom Execution. It's the Thorn Rose, but the dash back. Now he doesn't have much skills. He still has the puncture available. Uses it to get out, but here's Yuzong. The turnaround is here. Once more, Ruby forcing everybody back. Tempest of Blade not allowing this Ling to actually land his swords. He's gonna have to try to escape, but Kimmy with the pickoff is unstoppable, but it's a 3-for-1 exchange overall. I think this would be 4-for-1. Who uses the tectonic charge defensively. Though, are they going to go for this Lord? I think so. It might be the opportunity. I mean, you've got a massive number advantage on your side.
Yeah, bro, you definitely do have. And looking at this fight, just looking at the team fights, if it was just based off team fights, I would definitely favor level 1 at this moment of time, because they're coming properly number 1 and winning all of the team fights at the moment. However, we do see Grok getting displaced. That contest, what a steal coming in from Bota with a Grok. The second Lord of the match does go to Gascon Esports. We do see the team fight continuing. The Crimson Lantern has been committed. Ling gets the shutdown kill onto Ruby. Do we see the technical flying running, and the Zushin gets taken down once more? And it just seems like when I make a comment, it just switches the tide of the team. And Timmy gets the kill onto Yuzong. That's a 4-for-1 exchange. And oh my word, what a clippable moment coming in from the Grok stealing the Lord from level 1.
Yeah. No, that what a play there from Bota, but I will say hats off to Shiro. MVP performance of note on this Kimmy. As a first match. Yeah, first match, first blood.
Gascon Esports. Oh my word, bro. Oh my word.
What a steal. What an absolute steal. It basically won them the game, though on overall performance, right? Look at Shiro. 6-0 and 11. How often do you get to see something like that?
Well, we actually do see the MVPs going a lot to the majors or the junglers as of late, bro. But GG's well played, even to the Ruby, bro. But yeah, let's jump into the second match, 20-15.
Yeah. Just speaking about the Ruby, it's granted the mid lane combination was old school from the side of level 1, but it's still an extremely strong combo, Hylos and Zushin. Ruby being there on the gold lane and picking up the MVP is just showing us the power of the fighter on the gold lane, which, as we know, has been in the meta for a while right now. It's not. We can't say, oh, this is the new meta. Granted, it's the most recent meta, but it's not new anymore.
Yeah, indeed so, bro. I mean, we are reaching the end of this season. I mean, this season is nearly done, bro. It is also time for almost the new Euro that is going to pop off, bro. So I'm very curious to see what MLBB is going to do in the new patch, the new season. Bro, I'm wondering if it's going to change the meta completely. But yeah, bro, I mean, I'm loving this season. I'm loving this current meta, bro. It's different. It is fresh, even though it's not fresh anymore, but it's refreshing.
Yeah. Agreed. It's one of the things that keeps Mobile Legends as one of the top esports games is the fact that the developers do such an excellent job in keeping things fresh. Slight changes to itemization, maybe the laning phase, a couple of heroes changes massively the way you actually construct and play the game. It's fantastic. I mean, you and I were talking about doing the watch along 11th of December for Game of the Year. And Mobile Legends is the only mobile game that made it into the esports game of the year category.
Yeah, bro. I mean, there's a lot that needs to be taken away from this, bro. And I'm super excited to see how it's going to play out, bro, especially on that evening. And, bro, I've even received even more good news. So, the 11th of December, it's my final day at work. Then I'm going to be on holiday December mode. So, yeah, bro, I'm definitely excited for that stream that we're going to have that evening. But nonetheless, looking at the bans for the second match, level 1, respect banning the Grok and banning out the Camilla, and Gascon Esports going with the Joy and Lancelot. So good luck and have fun to both teams. Will Gascon Esports be able to take this in a clean sweep fashion, or will level 1 take us into the sudden death round?
It's all to play for in the second game. A lot of extra pressure coming onto the shoulders of level 1. As we were saying this from the start, we love these do or die moments, but into the actual banning phase we go with the show you the first ban coming out for level 1. Just give me a second, right?
No stress, bro. Oh, banning out the glue. So we do see a lot of respect bans going into the second match from the side of level 1. Banning out the glue as well. Definitely not liking the combo that Gascon Esports did bring to them now. However, Ray CZ does ban out the Sicilian from the side of Gascon Esports. You know, every time when I say Gascon Esports, it makes me think of that segment or that intro of EA Sports.
Yeah.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Yeah. True. It's nice having the whole esports in the title, but this is one of the, I think it's one of the sponsored squads from Madagascar.
Yeah, indeed. So, Xborg and CC being the follow-up bands from both teams. I mean, it's both heroes that you would expect getting banned out. Xborg as of late as well, bro. I don't understand what the ban is on Xborg. I don't have problems playing against an Xborg, but he can be annoying in the right hands. But level 1 with the first pick, my question is, what will they be picking up first? YSS is still open, but it seems like they want him in there at this moment of time.
Oh, the hard counter comes out. This is the only issue I could say. Picking up a Kimmy very early is Lolita is still available. They showed it but didn't pick it. Potential third pick for the side of Gascon Esports. Otherwise, I'm thinking, right, if they don't pick it up next, it's going to be a ban in the next phase.
Yeah, bro, they should definitely pick up the Lolita. But yeah, looking at Alan Becker picking up the Lapu Lapu as well. Lapu Lapu has been seeing a lot of time of day, and Shoyo is going to go with the high loss once more. Oh no, swaps out with slot with the YSS. Dylan picks up the Nolan in response. We will see that Lolita ban coming in from level 1. If they don't ban it, they're going to have a very ugly time.
Yeah, it's going to be extremely, extremely difficult if the Lolita gets picked up by Bosa. I mean, that second skill hard counters the Kimmy and literally will change the course of a team fight. You just got to time it right. Which is not like the hardest thing in the world to do because the cooldown on that second skill is not the longest.
Banning out the Minotaur. Okay. Well, look at this from Gascom Esports, bro. Everyone trolling with retributions. Really?
Well, I was actually looking at this lineup and thinking, oh, Angela mid here might be an option.
Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Angela would be a very, very beautiful pick for the side of Gascom Esports. Right, something that I witnessed last night in the match between To Play for Fun and Sky Knights, bro. I saw a 5-man squad, right? I saw an Angela mid and a Minotaur on Rome, bro. Do you know how disgusting that heals was coming in from the side of To Play for Fun?
Yeah, I can only imagine. Right now, Alice is entering that list of must pick, must ban heroes, right? She causes so much of problems. It's so difficult to lock her down. And then when you provide that extra bit of sustain that goes with it, especially with being Minnow being the way Minnow is, he's got the heals, he's got the CC, huge team fight potential. The only thing you'd say is lacking from his arsenal is mobility.
Yeah, bro, I'm going to agree with you there. I'm quite surprised okay, well, it does make sense why the Lolita would only be a good pick due to the fact of the Kimi. So you can see that the draft has slightly changed from the side of level 1. Belleric, not a bad pick, but yeah, I would have said you've got the Kalia or Kalia, and Bota does pick up the Kalia. So that does provide sustainability, some healing, and well, some annoying displacements on the back line. So backlines should be careful, especially the YSS and the Kimi. You're looking at level 1 draft. My question is, who do you think is going to go into the gold lane? Do you think it's going to be Lapu or do you think it's going to be Yuzong, bro?
I suspect it's going to be Lapo. Oh, no, 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 no. I think it'll be Yusung on the gold lane. Not a pick I would have went for on the gold lane up against the Ruby, right? But, because I mean, the Ruby, apart from level 1, right? Ruby should have a decent time up against the user. But overall, the draft from level 1, I am loving their draft. They've got everything you require. You've got the YSS with vision, and at the same time, that mountain shocker with the stun and for achieving objectives is just fantastic, right? They've got a marksman as well. If you're looking at Gascon Esports, they don't really have a marksman to play with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Well, you can look at the Lunox being a gold laner from time to time, but yeah, like you said, no true damage dealer with regards to attack speed and crit damage for the side of Gascom Esports. But yeah, let's see how this game is going to play out, bro.
Yeah, it all comes down to execution at the end of the day. And I would say the first matchup was hotly contested. It could have went either way, but there were certain macro plays that came out from the side of Gascom Esports that allowed them to set up that, especially having that early map control, gave them a huge advantage. Granted, we were raving about Bota and that Lord Steel, and I think we will be raving about it for a while because it was something special. But that early map control is something you can't ignore.
No, bro, you definitely cannot. And well, you do see Gascon Esports trying to rotate here as a unit. We do see the Garagacha coming in here. Does get the older revitalized is popped by the Yuzong, and first blood does go to Gascon Esports onto the Yuzong.
Here is the Mountain Shocker coming in from slot, but clear with the counter engagers. They take down one. Oh, but the fracture into the backline makes it a 1-for-1 exchange. And so overall advantage the way of Gascom Esports. Nolan waiting here for the camp. Zylan, he knows he has the opportunity to try and get a bit of poke onto start. Waiting patiently, decides to go in, lands the fracture, takes down the Kimmy. Continuation of the fight. It's a 2-for-0 exchange. Beautiful play coming through from Zylan there.
Yeah, indeed. So we do see Yuzong chasing down the Ruby, and the passive does proc onto Ruby as Ruby is taken down. However, first turtle of this match does go in favor of Gascom Esports, bro. This is proper positioning coming in from Nolan. Level 1 should definitely respect Zylan with the Nolan, bro.
Yeah, 100% agreed. He's very, very good on these assassin type jungles. And as you can see, his understanding of what's supposed to happen in the game, knowing, okay, that YSS went for that early play to try to get a kill. I knew that he had the opportunity to scout out. There's the Mountain Shocker, but there's just too much of mobility to try to lock him down. Yuzong does get the pick up onto 2, but the Tsunami Slam comes through. They take the Yuzong down quite low, as it's going to be the Dark Ultimate coming out here from the Lunox. The continuation of the fight. Zylan is low. He does manage to disengage. Oh my goodness, but Shiro manages to pick up a kill. There's the control. There's the CC double kill going the way of Lunox. Oh, the fracture comes out. Lapu Lapu, he's trying to chase down the Nolan, but it's a 2-for-1 exchange overall. But this particular engagement going in favor of level 1. They're now placing the pressure here into the jungle of Gascom Esports.
Yeah, indeed. So, however, we do see Shiro picking up another kill, taking down the Kimi. However, we do see Zylan trying to secure. Oh, he does secure his red buff. So, no clutch steal coming in from the YSA.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta respect the Lunox. You have, once she's got level 4, it's not the best idea to continuously engage onto a Lunox.
No, you don't, bro. And especially looking at Shiro at this moment, this Lunox is a fed Lunox. It's 4-0 and
Yeah, looks like Shiro going for another MVP performance, saying, well, you saw me on the Kimmy, let me show you what I can do on the Lunox. As nice pressure being placed here by level 1 into the gold lane. But look at this positioning being achieved here by Zylan. He wants to go in, lands the fracture, forces the YSS away. The engagement continues as Lapu Lapu with the bravest fighter into the backline. Gato with the revitalize. However, Avatar of Guardian just slightly off the mark. It's Yuzong into the backline, but he's going to get controlled up by the Ruby. However, there's the Yuzong back into the mix once more. Zylan picks up a killing spree. There's Ruby's just setting it up for everybody. Alice as well. So much to sustain.
yeah, as Island and the yeah, feed me more. Feed me more. So at the 5-minute mark, it's 5 kills at the advantage. We do see Zylan trying to get that fracture onto the Lapu Lapu. He does do a lot of damage. Will we see that kill? Oh, the bravest fighter has been given early. However, the monster kill goes to Shiro. Yeah, oh my word, the first fight. Oh, the Mountain Shocker has been given on to Kalia. Kalia, we need you to Tsunami Slam into the mix as well. Kimmy trying to get that the stun up. However, Bota is taking a lot of damage from the King here. But Gascom Esports is zoning the life out of level 1. It is 5.5-minute mark, 6 kills advantage in favor of Gascom Esports, and a stomping 2.5k gold lead in favor of Gascom Esports, also securing the first tier 1 turret in favor of Gascom Esports.
Look at the gold on the Lunox though. Just over 4k as things stand. And as we know, Lunox is one of those scaling heroes, right? You get her fed, you get her the items, she's gonna start melting the front line. This is not looking so favorable here for the side of level 1.
No, bro, it's not. It seems like Gascom Esports have found their groove going in for the plays. But, bro, I mean, as we know, anything can happen at any moment of time. But we do see the Avatar of Guardian gets committed onto the Natalia. No successful last, but a Vitalizer is forced out early. You see Alex with the whole signing up too. However, you saw this is the back line as well, but oh my word, starting himself left, right, and center. Will Alex be able to catch and still go? Oh, it's not focused very well, but we do see YSS taking getting a kill onto Kalia, and Alice is in a lot of danger here.
Yeah, that the bravest fighter coming out from Lapo on point, catching 3, and this continuation of the fight here, guys, definitely swinging the game. Oh, there's a lovely fracture coming out here from Alan Becker. I mean, on to Alan Becker, but from Xylan on that Nolan. But he's gonna get zoned away here. He's trying to find the angle. Alice trying to create the space. He gets the steal, and he gets the kill onto the Yuzong. The chase is on. He has committed the fracture, but Ruby is close by, right? It's easy, just forcing everybody away. But look at this Nolan. He's got no fear. He's like, you got no lockdown for me. What are you gonna do? I'm just gonna get in, get out, dish out the damage, and disappear.
Yeah, there's no good. Ireland is very good on his own. And however, we do see the Purify getting popped from the Kimi as soon as Kalia did pop that Tsunami Slam. The Mountain Shocker has been committed. Alice trying to get that engagement. We do see the stun up onto Gary Gacha. However, no follow-up, no avail. Gascom Esports continuing the pressure here. Look at this rotation coming in from Ruby here. Waiting for someone to show their faces.
Yeah, it's a game of map control right now, and it's achieving the smaller objectives because it's still just over a minute until we see the first Lord of the game, and the question now is a matter of discipline. I am loving the positioning here from level 1. They are going to get the engagement a little bit here onto Ray but I thought they would go in a little bit harder than that. However, they just want to try to get towards that juicy backline. There's going to be Avatar of Guardian. This time, manages to catch up to the Nolan. They shut him down just before the Lord. Beautiful Revitalize coming out from the Gato as they take down Shiro as well. The Black Dragon form onto everybody and gets the knock up. That's going to be... Is this going to be a team wipe? Is this going to be a team wipe? I think it is. It's a team wipe. 20 seconds or so to go for the Lord. Level 1 have turned this around.
Oh, GG is well played to level 1 in that engagement. That was a beautiful team fight coming into them, and they could definitely capitalize on that team wipe to get the map present just before the first Lord of the match.
Yeah. They've got the control. They've opened up the mid lane. They should be able to secure this uncontested. I don't see Gascom Esports even being able to get close to try to do this, though Bota was trying to go for another Lord steal. However, gets prevented this time round with some nice zoning coming out from the Gato and Lapo.
Yeah, bro, it's at the 10. It's just before the 10-minute mark. It's still 2 kills advantage in favor of Gascon Esports. However, level 1 has turned the tides with regards to the gold advantage. However, that was a juicy bounty that the YSF got fed, especially on the Lunox and the Nolan. However, we do see the Mountain Shocker is committed onto Kalia.
A little bit early there, I would say the Black Dragon form did come out. I think Yuzong assumed that there was going to be a bit of an engagement. There's the taunt landing onto the Alice underneath the turret. Lots of pressure being placed. Lapo in the back line as well. Alice somehow almost surviving that, but gets taken down as the damage dealers rock up and manage to finish Alice underneath the turret. Nolan, he tries to get the fracture into the back line, but he's going to get CC'd up. It's a mega kill. The continuation here underneath the turret is a double kill going the way of Raiden on that Kimmy is starting to hurt right now.
Kimmy is definitely starting to hurt, right? Bro, it's just I'm just very off here with regards to the team fights that Gascom is currently forcing and not winning at this moment, bro. It's yet again another team fight lost. And I don't understand why they're going in 1v5 in certain situations.
Well, it comes down to this this concept, right? Which is understanding the timing, your draft timing. So if you look at the side of level 1, which this is why I was loving their draft so much, they've got the double strat, and they've got enough frontliners to deal with the early game. And so the moment it hits late game like it is now, right? You're going to see those the double combo come into the forefront, and they have the ability to just melt the front line, and at the same time, just take turrets aplenty. And you can see in terms of the damage output, Kimmy and ISS, I mean, they hurt. They really do hurt right now.
Yeah, bro, they definitely do. Look, Gascon, they need to get a proper set to have the advantage. They want the Ruby and Alice. Well, you want either the Ruby to initiate or the Alice to initiate, and then you want that reinitiation. But you can't say the same thing from level 1. So, bro, I feel, and my opinion is it's going to come down to the next Lord of the match. Either team can take this match. Whoever gets the next Lord wins the match.
Yeah, a lot of the pressure here is going to come onto Nolan's shoulders, right? He's the assassin. If he can get one of these two MMs, it's going to be GG's. Oh, nice concealed play, forcing the fracture out as the zoning being done here so beautifully from the side of level 1. They're setting up for his Lord. It's so low. It's clear into the mix. You don't really understand. Bravest fighter stops everybody. But Kemi manages to take down the Lord, and it's going to be Slay who was removed there on the Alice. Tried to go in. The pressure is on. This is what we were saying about when it comes to that double strat. If you don't manage to take out one of them in a team fight, they're just going to turn around and dish out the damage.
Yeah, indeed. So that was a 2-for-0 exchange and second Lord of the match going in favor of level 1. They could definitely try and push for an end here, bro. They definitely can.
Yeah, it's a question of discipline right now. Just to ensure that they can keep the lanes synced up properly. As you can see, Yuzong is trying to ensure that as YSS did the same thing in the bot lane. The lanes should crash more or less at the same time. Though, personally, I would like to try to go with a Lord, force Shiro back on that Lunox, because he's really good at dealing with Lords. There's the Avatar of Guardian into the mix. Alice is trying to get the counter engage going on here, but there's going to be Bravest Fighter into the backline. Nolan does land the fracture, trying to continue this fight, but everything is happening underneath the base turret here. Ruby somehow manages to escape with a sliver of HP. There's the opportunity to lock on is here, but it looks like level 1 have decided to play a little bit safe. Personally, I would have went for it. You got 2 marksmen and you had a full wave.
Yeah, bro, indeed. So, I mean, that was what I was saying. They could definitely force the India. Unfortunately, not capitalizing on that, even having the numbers advantage. Gascon Esports losing 2 of the frontliners in that engagement.
Yeah,
But nonetheless, Gascon Esports will have another chance to turn the tides, but it's sitting really pretty for level 1, and we will potentially see that sudden death round.
It's looking good for them as things stand. It was a much stronger early game from the side of Gascon Esports in comparison to level 1. But patience was the name of the game for the side of level 1 based on their draft. It's what I always say. Draft timings is such an important thing to understand. There's the Avatar of Guardian, does not land onto anybody with about 40 seconds to go. It should be available for the next Lord of the game. Alice into the front line once more. There's going to be Kalia, lands a Tsunami Slam, gets the pick off. However, the damage coming out here. Light ultimate forced out from the Lunox. The turnaround is in here. Kalia gets taken down, but the fracture does land onto ISS. He does have immortality though. The chase onto Alice, she does escape, and so that's going to be no Roma available. And could this be no jungler as well? Oh, almost getting the lock on onto Xylan.
Yeah.
Oh, Shiro with the play. Manages to get the shutdown onto Kimmy. This could be an opportunity here to actually try and contest for this Lord. The engagement here onto Lapu. It's going to be Nolan, jumps in with the fracture. Doesn't manage to take down the Lapu. He has bought the immortality. They're going to chase him down here. Ruby trying to CC him up. There's a Black Dragon form coming out. Lapu hits the Bravest Fighter onto Ruby. Does he manage to escape? The engagement still continuing here. Alice, I think they will be able. Oh, Lapu, the stun, the re-engage. The team is in here. They're chasing every everybody down. Nolan gets taken out. It's a triple kill for Oasis. Will we see the Maniac? He's going for it. Give the man the Maniac. He's chasing it down. Is it too much a time that went fast, though?
God, like, no Maniac, bro. Unfortunately, too much time.
Yeah.
The Lord, yeah, the Tony do not stop looking at the time if they can finish this.
Yeah, forcing out the light ultimate. They've got a full wave in here. They will be chasing her back, getting the lock on. You've got 2 MMs. Revitalize comes out. This should be game, set, match. Well, it's just game, yeah. I would say. Going the way of level 1, evening it out. Who takes the match overall? You know, is still to be determined.
Yeah, bro. I would have gone with the Lolita if I'm being honest, especially against the Kimmy. I mean, Kimmy coming online very late. But yeah, bro, looking at that 24-16 MVP going to YSS and MVP going to Shiro. Well, you did say Shiro will pick up the MVP once again. You called it. So GG's well played. Sudden death round. Let's go.
Just 1 death in this game from Shiro. Level 1 in this next match have got to come up with a strategy to deal with him on the mid lane. Because he is really dishing out the damage, playing very, very well. But everything is in the balance right now as we head into the 3rd and final game of this quarterfinal. It's also the final quarterfinal of the tournament.
Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness. This is turning out to be a bit of an exciting one. These were 2 of the teams that, when the tournament began, looking at how the group stages went, these were 2 of the top performers, and I was quite interested to see how early they got matched up against one another. Because either one of these teams have the potential to win the tournament overall.
Yeah, bro. Well, I didn't see a lot of it, but yeah, bro. the teams and the matches that I did get to feature. Look, I've got my favorites, but yeah, bro. Knowing Gascom Esports, they are a strong team, and just seeing what level 1 can do as well in return, bro. I 100% understand what you're saying.
Both of these teams have featured quite heavily on our channel. You know, all the way up until this moment in time. And one of the things I will say, Scrappy, is the improvements that we've seen from teams who have consistently been competing in the competitive scene, as it stands, has been significant. I mean, I could take you back to games when we first watched Gascom Esports and Level 1 play, where things like using that 4-1 split was just not something they did. Yet now the way they're actually executing it is it's natural. And doing that 4-1 split at the beyond the 5-minute mark is not something that's as easy as it sounds. It's something that must be practiced and trained together as a team. The improvements here from the Madagascar sides has been significant over this period in time. And I would expect them to do some fantastic things going into the future.
Yeah, indeed. So just looking at the lobby bans, it was Joy, Grok, YSS, and Sicilian. So we do see the respect bans continuing throughout the 3rd and final match. Zylan with the first ban, banning out the CC from the side of Gascom Esports.
Yeah, CC is, as we say, it's a must-pick, must-ban hero. Camilla is a very typical Madagascan ban. Every region, every country has its own unique meta, and come hell or high water, Camilla always likes to be picked up in Madagascar.
Yeah. Gascom Esports, bro. It seems like they have some PTSD with this Xborg. Continuing with the Xborg ban. I have a level 1 not loving that glue in the first match, banning out the glue. So Shiro with the first pick from Gascom Esports. That's going to be the Kimmy. What am I going to tell you, bro? It's going to be Kimmy first pick.
Yeah. So far, Kimmy has been performing very admirably in the 2 games featured so far. Oh, interesting. I would have also put my money on it being a Kimmy first pick, but both are deciding to lock onto the Minotaur very early on, which means we're gonna expect a lot of sustained heroes to come out.
Yeah, indeed. So, yeah, IDN does pick up Kimmy, and Alan Becker does pick up the Lord. They don't want to fix what's not broken. That was a good combo that they had. Zylan does pick up the Hayabusa. Hayabusa could be a good pick, especially against the Kimmy, having that squishy, and Ray Teasy picks up the Clint, bro. This is, Rome and Gold Lane getting picked up very early from the side of Gascom Esports. I personally don't like it, bro. If it's not a Grok, if it's not a meta hero that's a pickle ban hero, I personally wouldn't allow the Rome and Gold Laner to get picked up early. I don't know how you feel about it, bro.
Yeah, agreed. It reveals too much of your strategy. The way you think about this is sort of like a game of poker. You've got these cards in your hand, which are the choices that you need to make, and you don't want your opponent to know too much about what you got in your hand. Maybe you've got a full house, maybe you've got a flush, maybe you've got a four of a kind. You don't really want to let them know that, okay, this is what I'm sitting with, because then it's gonna give them the edge in this betting phase, and which is really what the banning phase is. You're betting that you get the better draft, but using knowledge to do so.
Yeah, indeed. So Lancelot getting banned out. Sloth showing us Roger. Gary Gansha being the final pick, or the final first base pick for the side of level 1, and Sloth does pick up the Roger, bro. Level 1's draft at this moment is looking real pretty, bro.
Agreed. The Roger pick I like into a Minotaur, simply because Minotaur will get poked down quite low, especially with the Kimmy being around. And the Lycan Pounce from Roger is one of those, it reminds me of that line from Mortal Kombat, finish him.
Yeah, indeed, so, bro.
Wow. Interestingly enough, Shiro locking onto the Lu Yi. It's been quite some time since we've seen Lu Yi into the mix. The question is, are we gonna get that classic plays coming through from Shiro?
I've been waiting for too
Yeah,
long.
bro, let's see if it is. All right, there we go. Third and final match has been set. And, well, I have to say, I like the Luigi into your lineup, bro. Especially with that global ult that she does have. I mean, you don't know where she is going to spawn and with how many she's going to spawn with the ult. But, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We're going into the third and final match of the evening. And hereafter, I get to go play against, you.
Yeah. So it's going to be a very strong draft, I would say, coming up from the side of level 1. Though the Lu Yi could be a game changer for the side of Gascon Esports. That diversion play is one that can really change the course of any particular team fight. But let's head into this match and get to see who's going to be taking this. It's the third and final game. For all of you tuning in right now, the score is 1-1, and it's been the team that's had first pick, first ban that's won both games. All to play for right now. It is Gascon Esports. It's level 1. It's the quarterfinals of the Hunter tournament. Let's go. Let's see who's going through to that semi-final round.
Yeah, let's see, bro. I mean, yeah, current meta is having the roam in your mid lane. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh, but actually, it adjusted quite a while ago. It was a little bit Slower on the side. Oh, there's a counter jungle coming through here as the quad shadow does come out. Oh, it's going to be Hayabusa. Almost gets the first blood to Shiryu. He's almost taken down himself, but the continuation is in here. Yusong, he's got the sustain. They're trying to get something done. First blood goes away of Alan Becker, but there's a response kill. It's Shiro who takes down Aiden in the mid lane. So a 1-for-1 exchange overall as that was so much of craziness at the start.
But I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to expect a very quick match here, quick turnaround, bro. 100%. Looking at both teams playing, and then the third and final match, bro. It seems like they want to go do or die style.
Agreed. Lu Yi so far has been landing these yin yang combos beautifully, and in any sustained fight, these yin yang combos actually hurt quite a bit. I mean, she doesn't really need the items to dish out the damage. I mean, granted, the items do help quite a bit, but having so much of a front line to get that yin yang combo onto is gonna really help the Lu Yi out.
Yeah, indeed so, bro. And looking at the Lapu Lapu, this is on the XP lane, bro. This is, look, it's pretty much an even matchup. It's going to be literally a question of skills here. I believe.
Yes, the Black Dragon form coming out here into the backline. The quad shadow has been committed by Hayabusa. Does he go for the shadow kill? Yes, he does. Manages to get back to this turtle hatch, which has been reset. Alan Becker, however, is chasing down Xylan. He will be able to probably get the setup for the kill. That's going to be a 1. Make that yeah, it's just a 1-for-nothing exchange. Xylan just manages to escape. He does get the jump check to the quad shadows coming out just in time. It's a 2-for-2 overall exchange here. But the turtle did go the way of level 1.
Yeah, bro. It was a 1-for-1 exchange. Remember, it was 1 versus 1 each. But nonetheless, let's DC slot is currently low, but he will disengage. It is just past the 3-minute mark. It's 2 apiece, and slight gold in favor of level 1. It's not really that much of a big of a difference.
Yeah, not really. Or your mic reset itself, which is good. You know, sometimes you get these gremlins. They appear.
Yeah, bro, it does appear.
Technology, it's just got this way about itself. Though I'll give the fans a little bit of a taste as to one of the videos that'll be coming up. So for those of you who don't know, Scalpy is going to be moving to a new house, and it's got a nice setup, which he's going to do a little bit of a reveal for. There's the yin-yang combo landing from Shiro as he secures the kill.
As you were saying.
Yeah, you're going to be doing a little bit of a reveal, so you're going to get to see his new setup coming out very shortly. Oh, Lycan Pounce, but there's the shadow kill into the backline. That Lycan Pounce took the Roger into no man's land, into territory he didn't want to go to. There's a diversion play, however. They're waiting patiently. Clint, is he not going to push the lane? Oh, 6 cents there from the carry. Saying, I suspect I see dead people, and it's going to be me if I don't recall.
Yeah, you definitely don't want that, bro. But yeah, Gascon Esports having their groove in their third fight match. Second turtle of this match has spawned up. We do see you take Suyo. Yeah. However, AOG Avatar of Guardian gets committed into the bush. But yeah, Lop with the bravest fighter into the back line. We do see the light form has been committed from the Roger. However, Hayabusa doesn't get the second turtle of the match. The fight continues, and Hughes Long gets the kill on to Roger. And well, look at that.
Look at this.
You see the triple kill. Carry currently so low. But yeah, no continuation. That is a 3-for-0 exchange plus the second turtle of the match going in favor of Gascon Esports.
What a play from Shiro. What a play. There's a Lycan Pounce into the mix. Right, easy. He's trying to disengage, but he's gonna get eaten up by that wolf. There's the bravest fighter. They finally take down Shiro. They're pulling back this Both are on the Minotaur, and it's going to be a double kill. Meanwhile, there's the shadow kill coming out. But it's a 3-for-1 exchange overall. I think they stuck around a little bit too long in the mid lane.
Yeah, bro. Unfortunately, and looking at how the Hayabusa is getting fed, bro, you don't want Hayabusa to get fed or the Lu Yi once more. But yeah, bro, this match, I mean, we've seen it in the first and second match. The tides can turn so quickly. First tier 1 turret does go in favor of Gascon Esports.
Yeah, so they've got the map control, they've opened the mid, they've opened the bot lane up. We should see a little bit more pressure being placed into the jungle, potential pickoffs, though not at this stage in the game. We do have the final turtle to be up and running in the next 15 seconds or so.
Yeah, bro. Next 15 seconds, there we go. As the screen has just confirmed our timer for us. Yeah, bro. Looking at Gascon Esports, they tried to get the pressure here onto the top lane. Carrying a lot of danger higher, but we can say the same to the Hayabusa. But having that second kill, oh, we do see the quad kill. Quad shadow coming in. Will Roger get taken down? Yes, it's a mega kill coming in for the Hayabusa and securing a tier 1 turret in the top lane as well. They will have the advantage in at the third and final turtle of the match.
Oh, we have a problem.
What's the problem?
Oh, my game froze.
All right, let's radio chat. Going in favor of Hayabusa. We do see the jungle invade onto the blue buff. However, Yuzong is onto the back line. He's doing the damage onto Getagacha. Getagacha shoot disengage. Kimmy tries to get the plays there. However, Roger with a light of form onto Yuzong. Gobble off with the brave fight as well. He does get the kill onto Yuzong, but however, we do see the Quad Shadow coming in from Hayabusa, and we will see the disengagement coming in from Gascon Esports. It's a 1-for-0 exchange. And, well, Blue and Turtle going in favor of Gascon Esports.
Well, that would be expected. I didn't think that Hayabusa was going to go in with the shadow kill there. To be honest, it was a 1v3 situation. But it goes to show why Xylan's such a good jungle player. You know, understanding that he had the damage output to actually go into the 1v3 and set up for this third and final turtle.
Yeah, bro, indeed. So, however, we do see some itemization coming in from both teams, bro. This, I'm definitely liking the position that Gascon Esports is currently in. It's just before the 9-minute mark. It's 3 kills advantage as well and a 2k gold lead. And first turtle is up in the next, almost 30 seconds.
Yeah. It's going to be a huge advantage for whoever secures this. Oh, there's a diversion player on the top. Wow, what the control onto 2! The diversion player's imploded! The Minotaur hits that Mano in fury, but he gets it up!
What a crowd control play coming in there from Kimmy, bro. He just sacrificed 3 of the teammates, balancing everything out for the side of level 1.
Yeah, and this is with the Lord being up right now. This is that one diversion play just swung the game. Oh my goodness. That's the thing about a diversion play, right? It's one of the more broken ultimates in the game, but it's very, very, very high risk.
Yeah, bro. High risk, high reward, I suppose.
Yeah. This time it was all risk, no reward. As the Lord goes uncontested to the side of level 1.
Yeah, that does put Gascon Esports at a disadvantage now, even though they do have the map control. But level 1 should be able to even out the map advantage with this first Lord.
Yeah, it's the game's back to even, I would say. Though in terms of draft right now, you could count Roger as a marksman. The longer this game goes on, the more in favor of level 1 this will swing. They've got the triple MM combo. Oh, nice Avatar of Guardian catches onto the Yuzong. They tried to lock him down, but the traction pulse from the Kim is just slightly off. Oh, but there's going to be Xylan engaging onto that. Roger, will he escape though? He went very quickly for the recall. Yeah.
He's
Fingernails kind of stuff here. It was like
yeah, bro.
it was like Scorpion, one of his horror streams. Nail biting stuff.
Yeah, bro. The 4K streams is up and around the corner, bro. Super excited. So, yeah, Hayabusa hard focusing on to Roger, bro.
Yeah, you've got the matchup advantage. Because if you're going to compare that Roger up against Hayabusa, as long as he's got the quad shadows, as long as he's got the shadow kill, he's always going to win that matchup.
Yeah, indeed so, bro. Yeah, First Lord only got the tier 2 turret. Well, not really much. It allowed level 1 to get a tier 2 turret in the bot lane. So not really much of advantage coming from that First Lord. But yeah, some pressure coming into that. We will see potentially slow push on the lanes, but bro, I mean, it's going to, as we've seen it, it's do or die moments. It's just about how you're going to get into position and how you're going to set.
Yeah, agreed.
On this side. This Lapu Lapu is being very problematic, and the Gato is following up properly.
Yeah, I'm loving the plays coming out from Alan Becker. It's just 2 games so far we've seen him on this Lapu Lapu. And he's been doing such an excellent job. I mean, he's doing exactly what you'd expect your XP laner to do.
Yeah, agreed. However, we do see Gascon Esports saving its turret. Keeping getting advantage once more. We do see Kimmy getting that damage on 2 minutes or yeah, Gascon Esports like going for the objective fights. That's ideally what you want.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, right, Minnow won't really be worried about the pokes damage coming out right now, because we understand power spikes, and he's got that a part of the Athena shield being built up here. It's in terms of damage negation, and he's got Flask of Oasis. So whatever poke damage he's going to achieve, he's just going to sustain through it. There's the Gato with the Avatar of Guardian. Minnow still has the Minoan Fury, trying to force everybody away. He's into the backline. He lands the Minoan Fury, forces everybody back. It's going to be the Gato taken down here, and Xylan does secure the objective. There's the shadow kill coming out there, but oh, the wind of nature into the mix. However, there's this Lu Yi. Her positioning, Shiro's positioning is so on point here. Gets the setup. It's a double kill. Are they going to continue this onto the Lapu? But dangerous, I would say. I know they go back towards a more disciplined style.
That's very dangerous, bro. But that wind of nature coming in clutch against the Hayabusa, bro. That's some itemization coming in there for you right there, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing about a wind of nature, and especially with Hayabusa. It's the reason why, you know, there's quite a few ways to counter that ultimate of his. Otherwise, it'd be just too broken.
Speaking of his Hayabusa's ultimate, the shadow kill was onto Lapu Lapu and onto Kimi. However, no avail just yet. Clint does secure a tier 2 turret for Gascon Esports. That's all the tier 2 turrets getting taken down. Lord is still up. We do see the shadow kill onto Roger. Hayabusa does take Roger down once again. This Roger is probably swearing the Hayabusa on the other side of the floor.
Yeah. Oh, there's Minnow. Hits the Minoan Fury. Manages to knock up 3, but this has just created the angle to get into the base. They try to get the lock on here while the fight is continuing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's Hayabusa dancing around with the quad shadows. The minion wave was taken out, and that's going to be a shutdown kill. We should see this. This is an ending angle. They've got 1 minion. Kimi's going to try to defend this, but nothing done. It's Gascon Esports taking this 2-1, moving through to the semifinals.
Yeah, he's well played to both teams. Unfortunately, level 1. So sorry to say that you guys are unfortunately packing and going home in this equation. But yeah, GG's well played to both teams. Xylan picking up the MVP for the side of Gascon Esports, and the Kimi once more getting MVP for the side of level 1. So yeah, that's it for the evening, bro. That's it.
Yeah, well played to both teams. Sadly, we're gonna have to say goodbye, as you said, to level 1. But they did go out with a bang. This was a fantastic quarterfinal matchup between two very strong teams. Looking forward to what the future is going to hold for both these sides in future tournaments. But it's on to the next rounds. It's going to be the semi-finals. We're going to find out very soon what those matchups are going to be like. So stay tuned. You get a post about it on all the various socials. And we'll be heading into the conclusion of the Hunter tournament by this Sunday, where it's going to be the grand finals taking place. We got to see which teams are going to head through and make it to this final stage of the competition. But as Scarp said, for the evening, sadly, we are done. We will catch you all on the next stream. Thank you for watching. Peace out.
Hit that like, share, and subscribe button.